Hey guys, wanted to share a mech game with you where I found a lot of value off of playing Bran. And I really wanted to use this as kind of the talking point for what I think has become a really unhealthy meta, which is kind of the 5 drop enabler meta, which right now there's two 5 drops, one Bran for battle cries and then Titus for death rattles that really become the defining part of pretty much every single comp right now. And where I find this to be kind of unhealthy is it's really two things. One is both of these can be found via your greater trinket, which makes it so if you're playing one of those comps, you kind of get a free direction slash free enablement. Um, and then the second part to this is I think it's really unhealthy when the 5 drops are actually the defining part of a build, succeeding or not. Really, you'd imagine that being on 6. What's weird about the meta right now is a lot of 6 drops then become enabled by their 5 drop. For mechs, you can even in a typical game it would be Drakari. This game ended up being a little bit different, but really what the game has gotten down to is really these 5 drops that kind of define every single comp in the game. And when I say every comp, I mean actually every meta comp right now. And really just wanted to kind of go through how really Bran or Titus is the defining part of every build. Drakari kind of being the I don't know, the long lost child that kind of has his own little part in a couple of these. So if you look at Undead, the most common comps right now are either a summoner build after just getting a ton of attack with the Anubarak, or you have kind of the Catacomb comp. And both of these are heavily dependent on Titus because they're death rattles. Murlocs similarly, if you're doing your typical big Murlocs, you're definitely going to be running Brand. Sometimes I see people even running Titus if they're doing the more scam base skill based Murlocs. For beasts right now, they're always very dependent on Titus if you're doing Leapers or if you're doing the Goldrun comps. For mechs, this game kind of shows you how much value you get out of running Bran as the enabling of the Clunker, as well as just with the Jiraxis. And Jiraxis mechs, I've actually think I've been undervaluing. 10 attack is a lot, especially on a minion that has the Divine Shield. And then the Wind Fury, especially if you're playing a Foe Reaper, having a Wind Fury cleave is just so super strong. So Bran is definitely, I think, actually a requirement on mechs. And this game has kind of showed me that. Drakari is definitely still, an important minion with utility drone, but Bran definitely pulled its weight in this game. For Demon, similarly, you have the Drakari potentially if you're doing like some type of Felbat stuff, but having Bran there for percussionist and just doing demon stuff where you have your Urzul taking the board, it just eats the board. Pirate similarly, if you're trying to troll and you're doing a brand comp with Tethys, and you're not running like an elemental pivot or something like that, sure, there's that. But if you're doing the typical like summoner with the like Scallywag summon, you're doing a Titus on that. For dragons, they're always going to be pretty brand dependent if you're doing Caligos. I guess there's a little bit, dragons might be the exception, and that might be why they're so bad. Is for dragons, they have all their like start of combat stuff, and there's not like a start of combat enabler, and that's why dragons are underperforming right now. Quillboars, they are both also dependent on brand. They have a little bit, I guess, of Drakari with stuff like the Charlga and the like Bongo, but Bran is definitely the biggest minion for them getting big buffs with something like Smuggler. Naga, I guess, are an exception, but they're also, very underperforming right now. And then Elementals are highly brand dependent. So really what this tells you is the kind of counterintuitive. Like you win off of your Drakari, your Bran, or your Titus in these builds. Really the Titus or the Bran. Um, but you don't want to be tripling into those. And why is that? Normally, when you triple into a minion, you're using that to get the board presence of, a 4 drop when everyone else is playing 3 drops, a 5 drop when everyone else is playing 4 drops, a 6 drop when everyone else is playing 5 or 4 drops. Um, and really, just a single Brand, a single Drakari, a single Titus on the board is bad. And you want those 5 drops in your comp, but you don't want to play them solo. Your 6 drops are going to have more tempo, more value on, a plain board. So what this is really why so many people, what they do is they'll get to 4 on a typical level up, and then when they find a triple on 4, they'll hold it and use that triple to level up and triple on the same turn to get that 6 drop, to get that big value. And then find your brand once you already have, your Murloc on the board, your Beatboxer on the board, that kind of stuff. So really, hopefully, this kind of gives a little bit of a reason for why tripling into 5s is very uncommon right now, and tripling into 6s is the more standard play. So hopefully this helps you guys. Hopefully you guys have a good climb in the meta, and hopefully you guys have a good one. See you out there.
Tell me what's wrong and why you never said you felt that way. Guess you're trying to stay strong and fake a smile until I look away. But I've known you too long, it hurts to watch your blue eyes fade to gray as you fade away. As you fade away.
Yeah, I'm about to fade away, cause every time I wake up I feel like it's Monday. Something's going wrong with all the chemicals up in my brain. All of a sudden I don't look at anything the same way. Gotta build up of my thoughts sitting in an ashtray. I'm sorry that I'm so inconvenient, okay. Just let me be me and I'll stay out of your way. I can see the way you look at me, I'm such a disgrace. I never really asked to be brought into this place. You wanna love me? Well then baby I have a taste. All the highs and the lows, no you'll never be the same. I don't really wanna hurt you but I can't control the pain. If you're sticking by my side maybe we could be okay. Okay, maybe you could be the change I need today. I promise that I've never felt this way. I really hope that you will choose to stay through all the pain.
I know you told your friend you're not okay, and tell me what's wrong and why you never said you felt that way. Guess you're trying to stay strong and fake a smile until I look away. But I've known you too long, it hurts to watch your blue eyes fade to gray as you fade away. As you fade away. As you fade away. Trying to stay strong and fake a smile until I look away. But I've known you too long, it hurts to watch your blue eyes fade to gray as you fade away. As you fade away. As you fade away. Your friend